What's up, friends? I'm glad that I get to shoot this video today because I've been thinking about it for most of the day. But first, I want to show us a list of the best people ever. Eileen G, Kathy S. You ladies are thebomb.com/awesome/awesome. I ran out of adjectives. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting my channel. Okay, so back to what we're doing today. Today's canvas is a 12 by 12, and I've been thinking like this fire and ice thing. So I'm going to be mixing these blues. So we've got Apple Barrel, Award Blue, Bayside, and Valspar, and Turquoise. And on the other side, we're going to do Spanish Tile, and this is a really rich red. So I don't know if I want a whole lot of that, but I'm going to take some white and do like a half tone of this. So we'll do this and then a half tone of it. And then also Tropic Orange. It looks like coral to me, but I think with the half tone, it'll be pinky orangey enough to kind of enhance our fire type stuff. So that's going to be awesome. And then for the middle, I don't do swipes very often, but I thought it would be really cool to have like a stripe of black going down the middle and then swipe it out both directions. That would be pretty cool. So, let's get to it. So, if you do not like the mix-in parts, I'll put the time for you to fast forward to down in the description. And, you know, sometimes you're just really busy. Sometimes you just gotta speed up to the good parts. And so I'll put the good parts down in the description. You can just zip on over to that. But if you're interested in how the paints are mixed, what we're adding to it, all kinds of fun things like that, just go ahead and watch. And then, yeah. So this recipe that I'm using is a guaranteed sales recipe. Guaranteed. And I know that's quite a claim to make, but every single time I've used this recipe, I have gotten sales. But I'm going to put pins in this. I'm not going to make you wait for me to watch that, so let me pause it real quick. Alright, pins are in place, and we're ready to go. These, I really like these canvases. They're Arteza, A-R-T-E-Z-A. I found them on Amazon. Yeah, go find them, just type in Arteza, and they've got tons of great canvases. Okay, so one of the differences, they're stretched well. They make a bassy sound, and I just like the way they routed and sanded everything. It's really, I mean, it is an entry-level canvas, but it's the top end of the entry-level canvases, and I like them, and they're awesome, so I support them. Awesome. So let's get to mixing our colors, and we will get on to that other stuff in a minute. So today, so this recipe, you will get sales whether or not you use silicone. Every single time I've used it, whether or not I've used a torch, every single time, without fail. Maybe once. But it's like a mulligan. Like in golf, first fail doesn't count. Alright, so shook up my floetrol, and I'm just gonna add about the same amount to all these cups here. And there we go. Oh, that's too much. Oh well, it's not gonna matter. I'm actually a little nervous about the swipe, because I have never gotten great results with a swipe. Never once. Like, I technically know how to do it. I've watched lots of videos about it. I just haven't practiced it enough, to be honest. But I have seen some people do amazing work with swipes. And so, today, I'm trying to do amazing work with swipes. Alright, so, the coral, it doesn't look that hot or spicy, so this is going to be one of our lesser colors, one of the ones we put less of in. Sorry, I was using my teeth to open it up. Oh my goodness. I know they're trying to make it child-proof, but do they have to make it adult-proof too? Alright, so, back to business. Just put a little squirt up in there. And the thing is, when you only use floetrol, doesn't really, as long as it's right around 1-to-1 ratio, you're good. With craft paints, with any kind of paints, you're just good. It hardly even matters what else you use in there. You're good. Oh, jeez. Okay, so, you know what? I've gotten so many great people suggesting ways to avoid the paint films that start on top. The thing is, every single time I'm shooting a video, I don't want to take time to do the slower things because I'm like, people are watching. Like, I got to get to business here. And so I'm always a little bit worried about completely respecting people's time and So, actually, you know what? I was thinking about this earlier today. I think I like the Valspar better than the Behr Premium Plus for pouring. So, I don't know. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I've noticed that the paints, they seem thicker. I don't know. They just feel like they're a higher quality. Why did I put that back? Hold on. Okay, so as far as the all the ideas that I've gotten, the best idea, the one that is money, is the bucket of water that you could just put your things into. And I get these at the dollar store and I'm like, meh, it's $1, doesn't matter. But I feel so much better now that I'm not like trashing them all the time. Mostly because I just don't like having to go places. I mean, not like go places, but go out and re-buy stuff that I've already bought. It looks about like it's a 1-to-1 ratio. There we go. I missed the cup. Well, that's nice. All right. Well, that'll have to do. So as that's finishing up, draining in there, let's get started on the bluer colors. So I was a little sad. Sad over a towel. So these towels that I've been using, I'd used the same one for like 30 paintings, and it was fine. I could have just kept using it and using it. But last night I discovered that the table that I built, this one right here, is not perfectly level. And so that last pour, the one that posted for you guys yesterday, is I used a lot of extra paint because I was trying out a technique that you use for resin. So you put masking tape around the outside, and you put your resin business in the middle, and when you're done with the resin business, then you pull off the tape. And so I tried that with the paint. Well, it didn't work, which is just fine. I had no idea it didn't work, and I'm glad I at least tried, because how else would I have known? And I'm so glad that we filtered this, because look at this big old fatty, actually I'm gonna poke it. Yep, big old fat acrylic skin. Super glad we did the thing with the thing. And so anytime I get something out, I just turn it over the trash can and just smack it on the edge. It usually, okay, didn't pour this one in yet. And it usually does what it needs to do. And then this one we used last night, so I'm not too worried about this one. So, there are a few ladies that have been doing a lot of research onto the floetrol and stuff. And so right now I'm actually using slightly higher than 1-to-1 ratio, slightly more paint than we normally use. But that's because some of the ladies that have been doing a lot of research have been trying to figure out how to get the best mix of thing and make your paint so they last the longest. And you know what? Since they've been looking so hard and they've been spending so much time on it, why not? Why not just put just a little bit of extra effort into making it so it's gonna last? And so I did. All right, so these guys right here, these will be my dirty pour cups, and I'm gonna dust them with silicone because every single time I do that, all my stuff comes out. So I've got a few different silicones that I use, and they all work exactly the same. At first, when I first started, I was very nervous because I was like, oh no, what if I don't get the right one? These 3-in-1 words are, holy cow. This 3-in-1, I did it again. 3-in-1 garage door lube. It's silicone, and it works the same way as the other one. Excuse me. But this silicone WD-40 works just fine, so I'm going to use this one. And so what I do, I'm not going to do it right here under the camera because I don't want to dust my canvas with silicone either. And so I'm going to take this just slightly off camera. What I'm going to do is hold it about this far apart, squirt, squirt, and I'm done. Number 1. Number 2. Yeah, that's good. And let's put 2 drops of treadmill silicone in the rest of this business here. And there's a lot of, oh, that would have been 3. That's 2. That's 2. There we go. All right. So now that we have that, oh shoot, I did it again. You know what? I get too anxious to put in my silicone. If I want bigger cells, I gotta wait. So I'm gonna remember with the black. I'm gonna put it in, stir it like 2 or 3, maybe 4 times, and then stop. Then stop, no more. Okay, let's get these bad boys stirred up. We should make up a stirring song. I don't know, something that we sing while we stir. If you weren't completely clear on what a stirring song was. All right. All right. Alright, we got our blues mixed up, and then soon we will mix them in our dirty cup. And I'm just going to grab a fat stack of those. So I think what we'll do is we'll put them on the opposite corners, and kind of like we did with our last 2-cup pour, and we'll put them on the opposite corners and let them meet in the middle, and then wherever it kind of meets, that's where we'll add the black. So this is the half-tone one that we're working up right here. It's taking a little bit more stirring because I used a higher grade paint, a thicker paint. I shouldn't say higher grade. So that gave us a much more pinky color than our red. So we added just a little bit of white to it. Man, and I do see that we gotta stir these a little bit better, but that's what we got. Trying to be respectful of people's time here. And here's our coral. Oh, that's lovely. Actually, I was worried about that not being hot flamey enough, but I think that's going to do nicely. Yeah, that's going to be nice. I love coral. Actually, these 4 colors together would be awesome in a pour. Maybe we'll do that some other time. Okay, now let's mix up our black, which no, that's white. Oh, but this, you can totally use this paint primer interior eggshell enamel bare deep base as a pouring medium. It's the paint without the pigment. So you add your pigment and it works fantastic. So I'm gonna mix this a little bit up. And this black here, that's great. I did a pour with the black a little bit ago. Mix it in as a as part of the dirty pour thingy, and it worked. Not dirty pour, dirty flip cup. Yeah, flip cup. And it turned out really nice. It gave a lot of amazing depth. Let's put a touch of floetrol in there. All right, there's our touch of floetrol. We might be doing 2 paintings tonight. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of black. We're going to be doing 2 paintings tonight. I'm going to split up the videos, though, because people get a little intimidated when they see a video that lasted so long. So I'll split them up. And if you guys want to watch them, you guys are awesome. I know you, if you're watching the mixing part, you people are the true fans. And so, I'm going to mess with that in a bit, in between videos, so that y'all don't have to watch that. All right, so we got our black. We have got our colors. Now let's all pour them together. I don't know if you can hear that, but my son has a friend over. The one that you saw a little while ago. He came in near the end of the video. He's cute. He's my little monkey. He's always been climbing on stuff. He's always been the wild man. My other son is much more reserved, very linear, very smart. He's much more linear. And it's just funny how wildly different the 2 boys are. There we go. Man, I'm trying to get every last bit out of there. And last but not least, this is the one that we have the most of. That'll be plenty. All right, now the other ones. We'll go from darkest to lightest again. All right, there. So I am worried about this pinky white. Just all of a sudden, just absolutely like unmix and mix with its original parent color. But, you know, if that happens, I'm sure worse things have happened in the history of painting. Almost done here. All right, now we got our colors together, And we will make our stir in the last of our silicone on our black. How are we doing for, yeah, we're pretty close to centered. So let's clean up our space here. I dislike crowd up near my face when I'm trying to do stuff. Color 1, color 2. Black, we'll get our black mixed up, put a little touch of silicone in it, and then it'll wait for us as we're getting ready for the pour. That's a lot of black. Man. The one upside is that when you're stirring so much paint, it's so much easier to not whip bubbles into them. Or at least it is for me. I don't know about y'all, but... There we go. And then we'll put a couple drops of silicone. There's more there, so let's do 4 drops. 4, 5, 4. That was 6! Dang it. I may have overshot 4. Alright. Alright, so there that is. And let's get our... excellent, excellent. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. It's so satisfying to watch that stuff. Oh, there we are. Excellent. Excellent. All right. All right. I'm always nervous on 2 cups because I don't do 2 cups a lot. That's all right. Let's go. Ready? Whew. Okay, here we go. I have the tiger. I'm a giant dork. I'm having fun though. Hope you are too. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I did it. I knew I wasn't supposed to do it, and I did it. I thought I had my torch on the table. Sitting just off to the side. Okay, tilt time! And I have gloves. You would think I would use them. I don't use them. Get over there, painting. Come on, baby. All right. Was my head just all up in that picture? I bet it was. Okay, so the thing is, I have a swiper, and I'm going to get it out because I want to lose less paint off the side than I'm losing right now. So, here's my swiper, and right now it's going to be a corner catcher. Okay, I really like the blue side, so I'm going to try to keep more of that paint. Oh, dang you! Dang me. That was my fault. Dang it! Alright, so I'm going to trust that... actually, we're going to end up tilting a lot of that off. That'll be nice. Okay. Whew. I almost had a moment there, guys. Like throwing chairs moment. Just kidding, not throwing chairs. Just small, furry animals. Getting all quiet. I'm really focusing here. Really focusing. Actually, I stopped paying attention, so now I actually need to focus. Ah! Beautiful. I could totally stop right there. I'm not gonna, but we could. Alright, so I'm gonna take this, and there's a couple places on the side. Oh man, there's too much stuff in here. It's starting to bother me. I don't like this. I feel like I'm all kinds of trapped right now. I don't mind a messy garage, but I don't like a messy workstation. Okay, so crisis averted, and just using this corner catcher to keep a little bit of this corner catcher, my swiper, just to kind of, well, totally mess that one up, but there. And on the red, we'll do something similar. I'm drying off my swiper here, because in a moment we're actually going to need it for swiping. Alright, well, okay, awesome. Now, let us get a bit of our things. So somebody was asking earlier, like, why don't you pick up your drippings and use your knife to, what's it called, to like put it in the, oh my gosh, words are not that hard. Why don't you pick up your drippings and use that to paint on your sides or catch your sides or whatever this is saying. Okay, I'm going to torch this a touch just to see what kind of cells we're going to get popping up here naturally, so then the black doesn't have to fight a whole bunch to make its own cells in a minute when we swipe. So I'm just drying off my hands a little bit so that, well, now I've, looks like I slapped a Smurf. Come on, baby. Whoops! So I generally have a pretty good feel on like how much I can leave the thing on a certain area before it kind of starts burning. Okay, so to the black. And here we go. We've got the black. I'm gonna put a big healthy amount right down the middle there, and that's gonna be fun. That's going to be really fun. All right. Okay. Now the swipe. This is dryish. I gotta find a part of my skin that's not covered in paint. All right, there we go. Swipe red. Let's swipe blue first. Oh, I totally did the thing that you're not supposed to do. Oh well, I did it. It's too late. I wanted black up in the middle, and you know what? I'm gonna get black up in the middle. I want it gradiating away from that. I don't want to have blue that close. Okay, so time to swipe again. And wiping it off again instead of not. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to swipe, toast it a little bit, torch it, toast it. We're going to torch it a little bit, see what actually comes up in here. Come on, silicone. You know what? Let's see what the red side turns out like when we swipe it. Okay, so here we go. That's not right. That's not what was supposed to happen. Ah, my sons are watching Home Alone upstairs. It's when Uncle Frank is in the shower and he's singing the song and records it. That's hilarious. I love that my boys end up watching the same things as I do. I did. Sometimes. Oh, I did it again! Anyway. Actually, that's not a terrible addition. All right, let's see what is gonna dry my hands off. All right, towards the other side and see what we get going on there. You know what? I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go get a drinking straw and start blowing back the black to the middle. This isn't what I wanted. All right, we are back, and so this isn't bad. This isn't terrible, but it's not what I want, and it's not what I was looking for. And so I'm gonna start blowing this black back towards the middle, and we'll see if we can't reveal some of the. This doesn't bother me at all. This is, I think it's actually kind of pretty. But there's too much black on the red side. And anyway, so let's start blowing it back the other way. And Okay, it's revealing some of the red, and I'm starting to get a little lightheaded. Okay, breathe. We're good. Okay, you know what? Also not what I was looking for, but I think it's kind of turning out a little bit cool. As a total composition, I'm not entirely sure, but there's some really macro-worthy things here. I'm going to pull you down in a minute, but I'm going to also lighten up this black a little bit, maybe, and try to maybe lighten up this area right here, just so that I don't know. Actually, I'm going to channel my inner Anne-Marie. Didn't do a whole lot. All right. How's that look? I'm going to adjust this really quick so it's closer to the frame. All right. This needs to push out a little bit, and that needs to push a little bit back. All right, getting closer. All right, closer still. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with it before I ruin it. There's some things I really enjoy here. I'm gonna get you guys down, and here we go. So look at this. Actually, shoot, that right there is, well, some really beautiful, beautiful things here. This looks like an elephant to me, like a Dumbo, like he's about ready to fly or something, or he's already up there. Really unique. Awesome. Alright guys, I think I'm upside down right now because I recorded my video the other way and I couldn't remember. I've been talking for 40 minutes and so not entirely sure a lot of things right now, but thank you for watching. If you've watched this long, you are awesome. You're my favorite. Would you do me a favor and reach down and just click that like or subscribe or both? And tell me what you think. Really, or if you have ideas or suggestions. I try to reply to every single comment. Getting a little behind. It's been taking probably like 2.5 hours every day to respond to every comment, and that's on top of a full-time job and a full-time husband. And so I'm doing my best. I'm going to reply to everyone I can, but I want you to know I appreciate you and look forward to doing the next one. All right, guys. Have a good one.